So I'm about 24 hours away from my first flight to go back to Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I'm really excited. Over the last few years, I've taken a couple trips, but they've generally required me planning it all for other people or with other people. Like trips out to San Diego, trips to Las Vegas, concerts up in Phoenix, trip to the White Mountains to visit other people's family and friends, weekends in Bisbee, trip out to Virginia Beach and DC again to see other people's friends. So I'm excited to be able to do something for me, and I'm really excited about this trip. The one thing I'm not happy about is flying. I love traveling, but I hate the actual flights. The only thing I've actually bought to try to help make the flight easier is this neck pillow. These normally don't fit me very well. This one kind of does. It's a memory foam pillow, got it from Target. And we'll see if this helps make the trip a little bit easier to relax on the plane, but I'll give it a shot. It's pretty much 32 hours travel time from Tucson to Cambodia, and the return trip's going to be about 40 hours. On the return trip, I'm really excited about this. I have a 7.5 hour layover in Shanghai. And especially in Shanghai's airport, the international terminal there's not a lot to do there. So I wasn't really excited about that. But just this morning I found out they now offer this Chinese transit visa. I kind of ran out of time when I got my passport renewed. The moment I saw on the website that it got renewed, I started booking my flights and requesting the time off from work. There wasn't going to be really enough time to mail off my passport to the Chinese embassy here in America to be able to get the visa and get it back in time without having some concern if it'd be back on time or not. It would have cost about $180 plus the expedited fees like 80 or 120 bucks depending on which one I get. So I'm excited to do this transit visa. It allows you up to 24 hours to stay off the airport. So we'll check out some areas that I saw last time. Like the Pudong area, the Bund, grab some lunch. Pretty excited. Check out that maglev train again. It goes pretty fast. So that'll help me kill that layover time pretty well. Overall, I'm really excited to see one of my favorite spots on some of my previous backpacking trips. Cambodia was amazing, and I'm really curious to see how much things have changed in the last 10 years. Well,
so this hasn't gone as planned. Just like the first trip, I had some mini disasters. A couple hours into our flight leaving LAX, there was a medical emergency, so we diverted and we're going to try to land in Tokyo, which is kind of cool, seeing Mount Fuji, but then we ended up going a little bit further south to Osaka, I think is the city name. Let the guy off the plane, and then we were stuck on the plane for it was about 4 hours or so. We were stuck on the plane while the sun was setting. It sucked balls. And then we finished the flight, which was almost like another 2 hours to Shanghai, and then another like 2 hours standing in line with 300 angry people trying to figure out how they're either going to get home or get to their destination, and it really sucked. So right now I'm chilling in the Shanghai airport waiting for some kind of shuttle to take me to some random hotel after filling out a transit visa, which I'm glad I looked into. Will give me 24 hours here while they figure out the flight that I'm supposed to get on tomorrow or later today. My flight was leaving at 7 on Monday morning, and it's now Wednesday at 2 a.m. in Shanghai. So I'm looking forward to a shower and a bed, and then right back on the road. Yeah, that's what travel's all about. Something like that.
After the 5-hour delay in Osaka, Japan, where we had that medical emergency, and then there was some kind of issues with the weather in Shanghai where we weren't released from the airport, we finally made it to Shanghai. Unfortunately, the drama didn't end there. We spent about 2-3 hours into the transfer line right before customs. 80% of the flight I was on a transfer, so only 20% of the people there were actually wanting to go to Shanghai. Everybody else was going somewhere else. So as you can imagine, there's about 300 to 400 people in a line trying to get home, trying to get to their destination, trying to get to their next spot. Having like myself, flights that they were supposed to connect on already gone. They're going to miss whatever flights they had planned after that. It's a lot of frustration, a lot of hassle. A lot of people were getting upset. There was, a lot of times where the Chinese police were called over. They weren't anywhere to be found, by the way. I think I saw one security personnel with a gun in an entire airport. So I mean, if anything went down, it's not, what are they going to do? So stood around in a short line of about 300 to 400 people for a few hours. There was only about 2 people working the booth, and they were frustrated. Obviously, they didn't know what to do because all the flights were full. Looks like I lucked out. I should be able. I'm not going to a highly popular destination like Bangkok or Manila. Those seem to be a struggle for some people, having to wait 2 or 3 days before they can get to their next spot. Phnom Penh, I should be able to sneak into the flight tonight. So it's basically the same flight I would have had yesterday. They have it once a day at the same time, so wish me luck there. I figured I'm going to go with the option of very little sleep. So I slept for about 3 hours. Went out, walked around, saw the hotel almost burn down. Checked out some of the breakfast buffet, which is kind of interesting. Met some people there that obviously know not a bit of English. This hotel, by the way, is just about 20 minutes from the airport, and I'm guessing it's one of the main areas they put people up when they have flight delays. There's no English anywhere here. The little parts that are translated really poorly. The staff, the ones that are smart enough, use the Google Translate, so they'll say something in Chinese and then it says it in English to me, which helps in some of the language issues, but the concepts they don't understand. Short example, I'm able to connect to their Wi-Fi, but their Wi-Fi has no internet. So I asked, what's the point of the Wi-Fi if there's no internet? After about 20 minutes, this woman was trying to help me out with it, very kind and understanding, just didn't actually understand. She said some phones don't work well, or something along those lines. My guess is it's probably just a lot of stuff blocked. I know Facebook's blocked, Messenger's blocked in China, so I won't be able to access that. I should be able to once I get to my final destination. But long story short, it's an adventure, and this is all part of travel. That's why I always try to book in some extra time, so if something like this does come up, I'm not freaking out. So I went on a 3-hour sleep. Like I said, got some breakfast, showered up. Still gonna wear my travel clothes because I'm traveling. I don't want to, start wasting all my clothes before I even get to my destination. I'm gonna go check out Shanghai City and hopefully get back in time to get through customs and deal with any other hassles that come up from trying to re-enter, transit area. So, wish me luck, and hopefully next time you'll be seeing me in Phnom Penh, Cambodia.
5 Friday, and this place is hopping. But there ain't no race on right now, so this sucks. Something smells really bad here, which is probably why nobody's here. Coke Light?
Coke Light.
Yeah. I think we're gonna do the chicken tikka masala. And some yellow rice. So I'm on the search for some Diet Dr. Pepper. I've been here for like 4 days and I haven't found it yet. But I have a feeling I'll find it here. Wish me luck again. So last time I was here, they didn't have this huge mall called Aeon Mall. And I come over here for my last attempt to find Dr. Pepper. Can't find any. Here's what they do have. A Krispy Kreme freaking donut shop. Krispy Kreme in Phnom Penh. I might have to try some. It's been quite a while since I've had a Krispy Kreme donut, and I'm gonna have to go there. I'm excited. So it's my last day in Phnom Penh, and my flight leaves, I don't know, about 8 or 9 hours. Or actually, I gotta get to the airport in about 8 or 9 hours. I think my flight leaves in about 10. And I decided to stop off at one more convenience store before I left. I was gonna get a drink anyway. And I found Dr. Pepper. My last day here. It just wasn't meant to be. So I'm back at the Shanghai Pudong International Airport. Been here a couple hours already. I have about it's supposed to be a 7.5 hour layover. Our flight left about half an hour early though for some reason. I guess everybody was on board and couldn't really relax too much on the plane. So I have about 8+ hours to kill here. I decided against going into the city since I had a lot more time to do that on my trip out here. But one of the cool things about this particular airport is I found this little hole-in-the-wall area last time I was here. Away from everybody, in a corner, super quiet, right next to the air vents, a decent view, and nobody bugging you. There's no power connection, but this is the most incredible thing in the entire Shanghai airport. It's my home away from home for the next couple hours. Good night.